Right now, first fight, 83 kilograms category. Let me introducing sportsman of this match. In the red corner, he's 20, height 170, weight 83 kilos. He's Brazilian national champion. He is silver medalist, ADCC world champion. He represents club Modolfo team. He's from Brazil. Make some noise, Mica Galvao. His opponent in the blue corner. He's 25, weight is 83 centimeters. He's Brazilian three-time champion, South American champion, Rio Vitória, Curitiba and Floripa Open, world silver medalist. He's represent Acai Republic team, fighter from Brazil, Rio de Janeiro. Make some noise, Ygor Rodrigues. Referee in the mat, Dominic.
Oh, guys, I'm so excited. Brandon, can you feel it?
Oh, man. I've been waiting to see Galvao all weekend.
All right, we're underway, and straight away, moving forward is Mica Galvao, wasting no time.
Galvao, strong in literally every position.
Amazing wrestling, fantastic wrestling, and he's displayed that very recently in two big, high-profile matches in really tossing around really well-versed wrestlers in Cody Steele and Mica Galvao. Oh, but there's a nice feint from Ygor Rodrigues that forced a big reaction from Galvao.
Galvao, very dynamic player as well.
Yeah.
I mean,
he can hit
jump
flying submissions,
bars.
Flying submissions, takedowns, you name it, right?
Incredible top position player. So if Rodrigues, though, can find a way, here's the thing, this is a unique rule set. So if Rodrigues can find a way to strategically pull Mica apart, he could have a chance at this.
Yeah, first time we've seen Mica Galvao compete under this rule set. Ygor Rodrigues had his first taste yesterday, I believe, in the semi-final match against Universal Fighters. But Mica competes in pretty much everything. ADCC, IBJJF, who's #1, you name it. He's got experience, and the rule sets never really changed the fact that he is a submission hunter and can be a very, very dominant grappler as well.
And you just see, just from some of the movements that he's made so far. Oh, look at this, swinging around for the arm lock early. Just an example of what I'm talking about. He'll make a play out of nowhere sometimes. Ygor, though, fends it off. Mica wrestling up, using that arm drag to come up on the single leg. Looking for the foot sweep.
Lost the control just on the edge of bounds at the restart there. But yeah, I love the way that he passed the arm across with a 2-on-1 and came up to the single.
So far, so good for Ygor Rodrigues.
Yeah. Look at Baby Shark in the corner there. Jogo Hayes, ADCC World Champion 2022, IBJJF World Champion, teammates, training partner, practically a brother to Mica Galvao. And then on the far left is the coach, of course, the mastermind behind all that success, Melky Galvao, coach to both Mica, father to Mica, and coach to both Mica and Diogo.
Mica getting heavy on the head.
Some tape came off the hands there of Ygor Rodrigues. Just shows how tight those grips are in this hand fighting. And oh, out of bounds onto the entrance ramp. It's a shame that Mica didn't have a little bit more room for that, because that probably would have been a scoring takedown had it happened in the center of the mat.
Rodrigues has been able to shut Mica out of any kind of scoring opportunities so far.
You know, I gotta say.
Oh my God, what a foot sweep.
Oh, look at that. Beautifully timed Sasai Tsurakwashi. Oh, just sent Ygor Rodrigues down to the mat, and if he can stabilize position here and run around to the back, or yeah, he's looking for it.
First hook is in.
Yeah, far side hook is in, seatbelt grip is on. It looks like the arm's going under the neck. Yeah, it is. It's all the way across.
He's threatening the choke early. There's the second hook.
Okay, Ygor strips it, but
He's already got the ground he needs covered.
One arm rear naked choke is coming. There's the finish. Mica Galvao gets it done. 1-0 to Team Modolfo. Round 1 submission. Well, that's the Mica Galvao show right there. That's what we were talking about, Brandon. Beautiful display of a little bit of everything. Wrestling, submissions, and gets the all-important first win in this series.
The referee then stop this match at the first round. After a submission count, one sportsman from the red corner, Mica Galvao!
Just less than 3.5 minutes into that match. The second round, excuse me. Okay, all right. We're going to have to see a replay of that because I love that perfectly timed foot sweep. It really was something special.
Yeah, that one's going on the ground. That one's going on the ground. Man, I think we're going to really look back at these moments here and be like, we were here for the early stages of Mica Galvao's career. I really think this kid is going to be one of the all-time greats. You can see just the technical precision, the body weight positioning, the dexterity to be able to slide that foot through.
I love the way that he didn't sacrifice any of the upper body control while searching for the hooks. Beautiful arm trap, one arm rear naked choke. And Ygor Rodrigues had no choice but to tap. I would love to see that takedown.
I want to see that foot sweep again.
Yeah, beautifully timed. But I mean, it was a really nice submission. That's shades of Marcelo Garcia right there.
And Mica just looks like the nicest person in the world while he's strangling you to death. You just look at his little baby face and like, this can't be the guy.
He's a very polite, respectful young man, that is for sure. I really hope we get to see that takedown. The foot sweep was so good. Absolutely through. Got some air miles off that one, and that's definitely his style.
He's him.
Next fight, 65 kilograms category. Inviting to the red corner in the arena, Gabriel de Arroyo Barbosa.
Teammates of Mica Galvao, coming out of the same school, the Mejia Galvao powerhouse team. Now based in Sao Paulo, Brazil, originally from Manaus. Kaua and Gabriel, one of the up-and-comers on that team. Had a very tough match here yesterday, day one. And
let me invite his opponent to the blue corner, Dominic Mejia.
Now I know that this is an athlete that you're really hot on, Brandon, is Dominic Mejia. Absolute firecracker. We've seen him a lot of action recently, and he had a stunning submission yesterday, right?
He's phenomenal. He's phenomenal, Hal. He's got just a spunk about him that I love. He's sassy, dude. He's a brash young man. Takes a lot of criticism sometimes for the way that he carries himself, but he believes he's one of the best players in the world. And I believe he's on track to become exactly that. And Kaua and Gabriel, great player. Dominic believes he's going to come out here and run over him, though. Let's see what happens.
Introducing all the sportsmen in the red corner. He's 19, height 170 centimeters, weight 65 kilos. He's second place ADCC Trails, ADCC Brazilian Open, two-time Brazilian no-gi champion. He represents Club Mejia Galvao and Modolfo team. Jundiaí, São Paulo, Brazil. Gabriel de Arroyo Barbosa. Introducing his rival in the blue corner. He's 20, height 170 centimeters, weight is 65 kilos. He's New Wave Jiu-Jitsu, ADCC Trail silver medalist, 3-time ADCC Open champion. He's represent Acai Republic team, fighter from Austin. Make some noise, Dominic Mejia! Recent fighters, good luck, referee in the mat, Rodrigues.
Now, one thing I'm going to say just before we get things underway, I see a big size difference in this match. Kaua and Gabriel had a really tough cut to 65 kilograms. That was the day before yesterday. He competed yesterday. I think the weight cut may have been a factor in his, his performance. He had a really tough decision win that could have gone either way. But I see him stood opposite Dominic Mejia, and I got to say he looks a lot bigger now.
He does.
Put a lot of weight back on in those last 48 hours.
And Mejia comes out and pulls guard right away, trying to get on a leg.
Nice, Dom. Your game.
Interesting inversion there from Kaua and Gabriel. Didn't expect him to go leg game this early on against somebody like Dominic Mejia. Interesting. I can hear in the corner of the Acai Republic, see Kennedy Maciel, who's going to be competing.
Look at this, drags him into this cross ashi, and he's got both legs under control.
Beautiful.
Oh, he might look for this Z-lock here.
Hard to see what he's got.
Careful.
Yeah, I think Kaua might have got out of danger. Not completely out. That straight ankle lock is still a thing. Can't quite see the configuration of the leg entanglement on the other side. Sometimes a little bit difficult when they're both wearing black to see exactly which limb is where.
Yeah, it looks like the knee line has slipped.
Yeah, but Rodrigues, as we said yesterday, such a great leg lock specialist. He'll make sure that they go back in exactly the same position. One of the best restarts I've seen yesterday. He was right on top of that. Very difficult, contentious restart, and he handled it perfectly. So we're back in the center now. And yeah, I feel that Kauan's leg was out of danger, and there now he comes up on top.
Mejia scoop grip under the ankle. Looking for this outside leg control.
Something trapped in the shorts.
Yeah.
There we go.
30 seconds to point, Dominic. 30 seconds to point, Dominic. 30 seconds. 30 seconds. 30 seconds, Dominic.
Yeah, you can hear Kennedy
Switching
very
off to
vocal
a
in the
false
corner.
reap. This was a nice switch here by Dominic.
Dealt with it well, did Kaua.
Watch your back there, Dominic.
Oh, he's going to try this Shashinsky-style straight ankle. It's a powerful lock. He's putting a lot of pressure on that foot.
He's got a pretty good stretch on that.
Yeah, this is not a bad attack here.
Lets it go. Now, I think we may see Dominic come to top because Kennedy has been calling it again and again. Don't come up yet, don't come up yet. He's been saying exactly when the points are active. Now they are active. Are we going to see a change in momentum here, a shift in momentum now?
Well, we're going to have to see him free his legs from the gripping strategy that Gabriel is employing. Mejia inverts to follow. Another inversion here, and here's Dominic again on this straight ankle attack. Switching off the knee bar.
That was pretty close there.
Inside heel. Knee line is out. Nice play by Gabriel. Coming up to attack the back. Exposes the back briefly. Mejia using the leg entanglement to counter. And he's got the leg trapped up again, 50-50.
Kaua actually ended back into the legs. I thought he was going to disengage, but no, he's looking for an inside heel hook of his own here from this 50-50.
And had to look at an Aoki lock for just a split second. Did Kaua Gabriel.
I'm impressed by Kaua and Gabriel. And oh, there it is, another look at the inside heel hook, but that 50-50 is over the top of it.
Oh man, this would be a huge win.
It would.
Mejia got a grimacing look on his face, saves himself, turns back in.
Yeah, he's trying to escape from this position. He's trying to separate those legs. Now he does. He manages to clear the knee line. But are you surprised by Kaua's strategy and you know, just staying there right in the pocket, trading leg locks?
No, not really. I think he's got a lot of confidence, and for good reason. He's an incredible player. You know, this is by no means a throwaway match for Dominic Mejia. He's got his hands full. I mean, anybody coming out of that Melky Galvao camp is, with this kind of praise especially, is going to be phenomenal. I mean, Gabriel, he's here for a reason.
Yeah,
it's no accident Mo brought him out.
No, 100%. If Melky Galvao has flown halfway across the world from Sao Paulo, Brazil, all the way to Almaty, Kazakhstan, and put this kid on Team Modolfo, he's definitely of a level to go up against anybody in the world, and we're definitely seeing that right now.
Dominic setting up a false reap attempt. Nice inversion. Berimbolo to counter-attack it. Mejia again throwing himself onto a leg, and this is a nice entanglement. Mejia now trading off to this Z-lock position. Wants to get control of that second leg. There it is. And again, he's got this belly down ankle lock. Aoki lock counter though by Gabriel. He's got a nice bite on it.
Oh, it's the end of the match. Wow.
That's the end of the round.
Well, Dominic doesn't look phased. Kaua Gabriel looks, wow, kind of threw the hands up for a second there. He's like, all right, this must be feeling good. 0-0 draw.
And a true draw.
True draw.
True draw. Neither guy really taking the advantage on the other one. Mejia probably had the stronger positioning in the legs. He was able to actually get into clean positions a few times. So if I'm sitting on the sideline as one of the judges, I'm probably going to throw that to Mejia. But having said that, every entanglement, every offensive attack that Dominic threw towards Gabriel, Gabriel followed with great movement, great counters, got into a good attack of his own a couple of times, had a nice look on an Aoki. That was a pretty decent knee bar attempt, threatened the back take here. Gabriel, there's that straight ankle lock, trying to switch it off to the Aoki. That was a strong footlock attempt.
It was, yeah. I mean, say that round really was a true draw for me. I don't think anybody had a clear advantage.
Yeah, as I watched through the replays, you know, I was feeling that maybe Mejia had the advantage, but watching through the replays, I don't know that I feel that way. It's a toss-up.
All right, Sister God does Kaua and Gabriel. We're going to see Mejia drop back for legs again, or... Wow, I don't think he has much of a choice because Kaua's got to put him down in search of a leg lock.
Oh, and he's got a good attack going. In that straight ankle again. Mejia having to counter very strong. This Aoki is in.
Yeah, the heel is out. That is an Aoki, which is a devastating footlock for those who don't know. If you've ever been on the receiving end of one of those, oh man, they're nasty. But
nice work by Mejia, but he counters, bringing in a leg of his own. And see how he throws that leg into position? He's very good at this attack, at setting it up. And man, Gabriel, though, just doing such a great job of staying calm in that bad position. That's probably the third time he's escaped that attack, but Mejia finding his way to it with relative ease a couple of times.
Yeah, he's showing good composure, not panicking in those exchanges and responding well and in the technically appropriate way. Aoki of his own, man. They're just going back and forward, these leg locks, huh?
Dominic, he's slowing down. He's slowing down. You're doing great, Dominic. Let's go, Dominic. Let's go, Dominic.
Not sure how I feel about the double mercy grips in this position, though.
We know what to do, Dominic. We know what to do, Dominic. Let's go. We know what to do, Dominic. Let's go, Dominic.
We hear Kennedy saying again and again, we know what to do. I would like to know what that is. I'd like to know what the strategy is here, because, I mean, if it's get a leg lock, I'm not sure that's going to happen. Not based on what we've seen so far. Of course he could, if he keeps working for it, but do you think that's the game here?
I think the game is to use the leg entanglements to come up and score sweeps, or wrestle ups perhaps. I like this grip that Dominic's playing right here. Using his head against the toes, the lever of the foot.
Find your heel hook. Nice. He's getting lost on the game. He's getting lost. Yes, Dominic. Let's go, Dominic. Let's go, Dominic. Keep attacking. I want you to go.
Curious kind of entanglement right here. No clear advantages. You got Kaua and Gabriel kind of like a Delihiva shot all the way across to the far hip.
Gabriel, yeah, Kawan is just doing such a fine job attacking Dom. He's not just like dealing with, but he's countering and attacking the leg lock entanglements of Mejia. Oh, here's a grip on the inside heel. Gabriel has a pretty good grip going here in the 50-50.
Watch your foot, Dominic. There we go.
Okay, has the bell on it.
Let's defend, Dominic. Let's defend. Smart. Focus there. Attention. Watch your foot, Dominic. Attention. Watch your foot, Dominic.
50-50 guard.
Find his foot. Find your heel hook.
Watch your foot, Dominic. Watch your foot. Nothing.
I'll be honest, I am not a fan of this position. I know the 50-50 guard gets a bad rap, in my opinion, with good reason, because like this right here, it's very difficult to untangle yourself without exposing yourself to danger.
Look at this, Dominic threatening the Darce choke against the 50-50.
Ridiculous.
You know what's the difference though? Like 50-50 really got its bad reputation from the gi matches where the heel hooks were illegal and where advantages, you know, guys were just playing for advantages. There's no real, you don't have that bazooka in the gi.
But then in matches like this, the heel hook isn't just like an instant checkmate, you know? It doesn't deal with the position that well, because when both the guys are very good and also well aware of the heel hook, they will make sure that they're not giving anything up. So in effect, it forces them to stay locked.
Yeah, but it's like watching a heavyweight boxing match in a lot of ways. Like, is there a ton of activity? Not always. But the bazooka could come at any moment and somebody could go to sleep. And that's kind of the way I feel about 50-50 and no gi. Like, is it the most exciting position? No. But sometimes it ends very, very violently, and we like to see that.
We do indeed like violent submissions here at the AIGA Champions League. That is very, very true. Well, time will run out in this second 5-minute round.
And again, just
another draw.
Dead, even, neck and neck, both of these guys.
I hope the judges are paying close attention, because both of those rounds were 0-0 and with no clear advantage either way. Would you say the same, or do you see one or the other in the lead here?
No, I really don't see anybody in the lead. I feel like both guys have had, you know, every time that Dominic has made a strong entry, Kawan has countered it. Not just dealt with it well, but attacked it. You know, like with his inversions, trying to spin under and go to the back. He's had a couple of pretty decent, like this was a pretty decent look. You could see it on Dominic's face.
Oh yeah. That's the giveaway, right?
But this is about as tightly contested as you can have a match, especially considering that there's been plenty of action. Like, neither guy has even been close to a stalling penalty or even getting the stalling clock turned on. There's been no admonitions from the referee to increase the pace, and yet no one has gained an inch of advantage.
Round 3.
Kind of ironic that Rob Deagle, noted leg lock specialist, has had to officiate probably the most leg lock intense match of this entire weekend.
Maybe this entire season.
Yeah. Straight back into this sort of shootout right now. Literally seconds into the round, and they're right back at it like there was no break.
Dominic coming up. And he's going to get into his passing now.
Let's go, let's go. Turn it up, Dominic. Push that foot down, knee slice. There you go. Push that foot down.
Let's go, Dominic. Let's go, Dominic. Pressure.
Let's go. Let's go.
He's feeling Dominic.
Turn it up, Dominic. Turn it up. Turn it up.
I find it interesting to hear the Acai Republic corner saying, come on, Dominic, pressure, pressure, time to go. So definitely looks like a change in strategy now from Mejia, that he's looking to pass rather than hang out in the pocket with Kaua and Gabriel like he has in the previous 2 rounds.
Gabriel wants to get into his false reap here, it looks like. But Dominic now taking upper body control, trying to slice through the guard. Good job by Kawan.
Watch your foot, the finger foot the entire time. The finger foot. Dominic, 30 seconds for points, okay?
There you go. There you go.
That's better work from Dominic Mejia now.
Nice, Dominic,
Pressure, pressure.
let's go, Dominic. Come down.
Tries to cut the
Let's
angle
go, Dominic.
to develop the guard pass a little further and get shut out.
Dominic, 5 seconds for points. If you need to sit, sit now. If you need to sit, sit now, Dominic.
So smart there from Kennedy Maciel, saying to Dominic Mejia, if you need to sit, sit now. Do so before the points come into play. It's exactly what he did. He went to a double guard pull.
Nothing. Yeah, there you go, dog.
Good call by Robert Deagle, our referee. Going to get these guys back in the center.
Yeah, he's been on top of it all weekend.
You're in perfect position.
Yeah, you know, usually you can have
One sweep and we win.
a lot of opportunities to criticize the referees at any event.
Oh, they've all been great here
Any
this
sport.
week. Yeah,
But
yeah.
Robert has really, in particular, done a great job. And now he's working this restart again, making sure that both guys get exactly what they had before.
Yeah, I think the whole, hats off to the whole referee and judges crew. I think they've done a fine job these last 2 days in very high stakes matches where the pressure is on. So
Dominic, we need to push the pace. It's gonna stop.
Dominic threatens the rest a lot.
that is interesting to note that Kaua very much sat back on his heels and not going forward there. It's Dominic's being the aggressive one now. Kaua and Gabriel aggressively head positioning, but I feel if he doesn't start going forward, you may see him get hit with a warning.
And if that happens, that's got to give the advantage in the match to Dominic, even if no stalling eventually gets called. And now Dominic getting into 2 underhooks with his butterflies, pushes away at the hip, switching off now to the reap. And now both legs under control.
Oh, that's nice work there from Dominic Mejia.
Going for that lateral knee bar.
Kaua and Gabriel seems to have dealt with it though.
Come up, it's a sweep. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice work from Gabriel. Can he keep Kaua down is the question. Out onto the back, reversed body lock. Oh, he's got one hook
Oh my
in.
goodness.
He's got one hook in.
Minute 20 to go.
Pressure is on now. Can he score?
Oh, the second hook comes in, but the first one comes out.
Acai Republic need this win really, really badly. He's got a minute and change to work.
He's got the 2 for the reversal.
Oh, that is much needed points for Dominic Mejia. And if he keeps working, he could solidify that lead even more where he put the second hook in.
You winning. Manage to the end.
Kennedy calling for him submit in the corner, submit. He doesn't want him to stop.
Absolutely. I mean, a submission is also, you know, such an important factor in this. Psychologically speaking, a win is a win, but man, you want to win by finish if you can.
Stay tight. No. Stay tight. Stay with the underhook. Stay with the seat belt.
Great up body control. Yeah, he does almost switch off the rear naked there. One hook in, a little bit high is Mejia.
15 seconds to go. Dominic on the hunt. There's that second hook.
Oh yeah, Kaua and Gabriel doing such a good job of denying him that second hook. You can see real good grip. And Mejia's just going to hold on now. And time runs out. And with that 2-0 lead, it is now 1 match apiece for Team Modolfo in Acai Republic after Dominic Mejia scores the win over Kaua and Gabriel.
In a hard-fought match.
It was a hard-fought match. That was close.
It really came down to that third round. And Dominic...
This match lasted for all the 3 rounds, according by points decision. One fighter from blue corner, Dominic Mejia!
Yeah, I don't think domination is the right word, but I would say that he outworked Kaua and Gabriel in the latter half of the round and was the only person to score a notable position in the entire match. So
yeah, he really had Kaua on his back foot pretty much that entire third round. And that's a big win for Acai Republic. That's one that they had to have. You know, a lot of these matchups, when you look at them on paper, the Mica Galvao versus Ygor match, if you're looking at that on paper, there's no way you pick Ygor over Mica. That's a match that, you know, you never want to just throw them away, but if you're making the betting lines, you're going Mica Galvao.
Yeah.
But these matchups, like Mejia versus Gabriel, that, you know, they're kind of toss-ups on paper. Acai Republic has to take these matches if they want to have any chance.
To lose. Absolutely,
yes. And so that's a big play. Dominic Mejia coming up big for his team. Acai Republic ties it up 1-1. $50,000 on the line, HT.
That's a lot of money. And I think just the sheer feat of being called AIGA Champions League winners, and people want that. This replay shows here now this final kind of seconds. Look at the emotion in the Acai Republic corner. And with good reason, because after 10, 12 really tough minutes of such razor-thin action, I mean, getting to that position alone, wow, that's a big win. It's a big score. Great performance from Dominic Mejia for Acai Republic.
And a great performance by Kaua Gabriel as well. No shame in the way that one played out.
Next fight, plus 91 kilos category. Inviting to the red corner in the arena, Daniel Manasoiu.
Big Dan Manasoiu. Well, we saw him in action yesterday, winning by heel hook against Puyo Ramani in a very physical encounter. And he'll be facing off with a man who also scored a win by leg lock yesterday, Anton Dmitrakov, representing Acai Republic here. Well, Big Dan, though, one of the most intimidating, physically imposing grapplers that you could possibly face.
Let me invite his opponent to the blue corner, Anton Dmitrakov.
Well, hailing from Russia, but based right here in Almaty, Kazakhstan, and representing here Acai Republic is Anton Dmitrakov, a veteran of AIGA Champions League.
I was talking to Giuliano to Prado earlier, the coach for Team Acai Republic, and he's a big fan of this kid. He really believes Dmitrakov is going to beat Big Dan in this matchup. He really believes that, and Dmitrakov believes it too. And belief is a powerful thing.
You got to have faith in these encounters. If you don't believe in yourself, then who will?
Let me introduce the sportsman of this match. In the red corner, he's 22, height 200 centimeters, weight plus 91 kilos. He's new wave jiu-jitsu, 10-time ADCC Open. He represents Modolfo team. He's from Austin, Texas. Make some noise, Daniel Manasoiu. His opponent in the blue corner, he's 29, height 193, weight is 113. He's IBGGF European and World Champion. He's represent Acai Republic team from Almaty, Kazakhstan. Greet the fighter, Anton Dmitrakov. Referee in the mat, Rodrigues.
All right, here we go now. Man, there aren't that many grapplers who even come close to Dan Manasoiu in size, and Anton Dmitrakov is one of them. Only a few centimeters shorter.
Right away, the posture that Dmitrakov has taken against that guard, hips are a little bit high. Big Dan, he's probably going to be able to create some elevation here against this style of passing. So Dmitrakov has to be very, very, very careful. Big Dan utilizing that reverse De La Riva hook, trying to weave his butterfly hook onto the inside.
Yeah, we've seen just how powerful Dan Manasoiu can be when he gets in on the legs. I mean, he found the finish yesterday against Puya Ramani with a nice insider heel hook, but I mean, he's broken legs in the past. Literally snapped people's fibula and tibula together at the same time through his breaking mechanics and just sheer physical strength. The last thing you want to do is let that guy grab a hold of your leg.
Ooh, Dan threatens the wrestle up.
I like it.
Beautiful job.
Team captain Giancarlo Bodoni sat next to Diogo Hayes in the corner for Team Modolfo.
He's getting frustrated. Let's go in. Let's go in.
Oh, here's the scoop grip on the other side, and Dmitrakov's got to be very careful right here. He does a good job digging that back out.
He's feeling the pressure.
30 seconds to pass.
That's this. Yes.
Here's the shoulder grip.
Yes.
Big Dan now with the butterfly. Now he gets onto the outside Ashi.
Beautiful switch from top and bottom
Outside
there.
heel hook.
Outside heel hook.
Oh, Dmitrakov follows it, clears the knee line.
Wow.
And Big Dan right back into the same attack. He's going to get this cross. Oh, my God.
No.
What a beautiful entry. And Dmitrakov's got to be very careful right here.
Keeps his foot flat on the floor. Straight knee bar pressure.
Changing into the knee bar.
Combination attacks. Inside heel hook. There it is. There it is. Gets the submission. Less than 2 minutes in. Big Dan Manasoiu.
What just an elegant move by the big man.
So impressed with the way that he chained together those attacks. Went from upper body to lower, back to upper, back to lower. Got a beautiful finish there. Big Dan Manasoiu with a spectacular win.
Start this match at the first round after submission called. One sportsman from the red corner, Daniel Manasoiu.
1 minute 55 seconds into the first round. When we talked about the danger of the leg locks for Dan Manasoiu, and I mean, that's the perfect example you could hope to see right there.
You know, when you see Big Dan, and when you talk about it, when you hear people talk about him, it's always the narrative that's being crafted. Oh, he's so big. He's such a monster. But it's really his elegant guard work that always finds the victories for this guy. And we'll probably get a look at that leg lock entry here in just a second. Uses the Ashi position, straight Ashi, threatens the ankle lock, trades off to the outside heel hook.
And Anton responded well.
To his credit, a nice response, clearing the knee line. Big Dan comes right back in on the same attack. And when the weight shifts, Big Dan switches over, gets the inside, the cross Ashi position, threatens the knee attack, puts him down to a hip. I would love to see that entry again. That was really it was just a work of art, honestly.
The whole sequence was really impressive. And I think you mentioned about the technique and the elegance of Big Dan Manasoiu. You know, that is a result of training with John Danaher every single day. That's the result of learning from one of the most brilliant minds in the sport of jiu-jitsu. And we're seeing the results right here at the AIGA Champions League final.
Look at that. Pressures with the standing knee bar to break him down to a hip. And look at the force and the rotation that he creates on that inside heel hook.
Big Dan Manasoiu doesn't usually show a lot of emotion. That's his happy face right there.
Next fight, 60 kilograms category. Invited to the red corner in the arena, Felipe takes time at Machado.
Felipe Machado had the fastest win this whole weekend yesterday, with an absolutely spectacular rear naked choke in only 29 seconds, Brandon. You're a big fan of this guy. I can see why.
He's exciting. And look at him. He's trying to get this crowd pumped. He's got a lot of flair, doesn't he?
Let me invite his opponent to the blue corner. I welcome Felipe Nacib.
HT, this is another one of those matches. This kind of, on paper, who knows, kind of toss-up matches. This is a must-win for Acai Republic right here. These are the matches that they have to get the win in order to be able to stay in the game with these heavy hitters from Modolfo.
Well, Felipe Nacib had a really tough match yesterday against Dominic of Universal Fighters, and went a full 3 rounds against that guy. 15 minutes of knockdown, drag-out style grappling against a very physical, intense opponent. I feel like this is such a different stylistic clash that it really, man, I'm not sure what to expect right now, but it's going to be good.
Let me introduce 2 sportsmen of this match. In the red corner, he's 27, height 166 centimeters, weight 60 kilos. He's ADCC Brazil Open, Brazilian no-gi champion. He represents Pyramid Grappling Association and Modolfo team from the Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Felipe de Machado. His rival in the blue corner, he's 21, weighted 60 kilos, champion Florida, Sao Paulo and Porto Alegre Open, silver medalist South American, Brazilian bronze and ADCC Open Sao Paulo. He represents Club Alliance and Acai Republic team, fighter from Brazil, Sao Paulo. Make some noise, Felipe Nacib. Referee in the mat, Robert Diggle.
Here we go. Felipe Machado versus Felipe Nacib.
Round 1.
All right, my prediction is that Felipe is going to be declared the winner.
Machado has just such an interesting, diverse set of offensive skills. He really could pull out anything at any moment. Not your typical grappler, especially when it comes to his preferred attacks.
Yeah, I might say that Felipe Nacib is the more stylistically orthodox of the two.
For sure.
Felipe Machado definitely is very opportunistic, and you never really know what he's going to go for. So, to be honest, okay, there's a nice jumping guard pull. I was about to say, I was a little bit surprised that we'd even gone this far into this contest without seeing the match go to the mat yet, because I did not expect to see them wrestle. But Felipe Machado went for that body triangle from the guard. That's interesting.
Let's see what kind of closed guard strategy he looks to employ here. He's got the scoop grip under the leg. He's going, try to off-balance him with this flower sweep, stuff in the wrist.
In thinking that you said that you've even seen him go for like rubber guard stuff.
I've seen him play a lot of rubber guard.
Wow.
He definitely uses a lot of the 10th planet style in his offensive attacks.
Interesting. Going for that the body triangle again from the guard, though. It's a kind of an unusual strategy. I mean, what do you think he's trying to do with that?
I think he's going to try to pull this posture down, try to get one of these hands stuck to the mat, and try to get into his rubber guard. But Nacib doing a good job fighting the wrist, keeping his posture.
This is the 4th match in the 7-match series, and so far it's 2-1 to Team Modolfo. Both of those wins coming by submission. Dominic Mejia winning for Acai Republic in the 2nd round on points. So if Felipe Nacib can get this one, it's going to be dead even going into the 5th match.
And there he goes. He's got a hand isolated to the mat. Good job by Nacib. Oh, look at this, turning on the arm lock. He's going to use this to turn into a leg attack.
Oh, yeah, K-guard.
Spinning her. Oh, my God. Beautiful play. Trying to spin through.
Nice response there from Felipe Nacib.
I thought we might see him use that to try to come up on a sweep. Now working on his butterfly guard. Shoulder crunch. Needs to get a little bit of angle. Get that arm straightened out.
Will we see him go for the sweep, or will we see him climb high for submission? Definitely has some options here.
He's starting to create a little bit of angle, just barely. Some elevation now. And back to his closed guard. Hand is trapped to the mat. Let's see what he does with it. Never been a better time to throw that rubber guard. I mean, that hand is, and now Nacib pummels back to the inside. Machado favoring these flower sweep style attacks with the right scoop grip on the leg. And here comes that rubber guard. Nacib postures up.
That was
yeah, that was the right play. Quickly recognizes it.
I mean, that is really the #1 defense. Oh, stalling call, a penalty against Nacib right there. That's kind of rough. You know, he's technically defending everything. Yeah, he hasn't tried to open the close guard, but has he had a chance? He's been on the run the entire time.
Yeah, well, it is consistent with what we've seen from the rest of the weekend, or the matches.
But he's not burying his head. He's not just trying to stall him out. He's actively defending. It's not really like he's had a ton of opportunity to make posture, you know, stand up, break open the guard. So I feel like that stalling penalty was a little harsh, but...
Oh, here comes some angle. Look at this, using the closed guard to slide out to the back. Shades of Roberto Jimenez.
And he's going for the arm trap as well here.
Oh, that's going to be a wrap.
And fighting hard and digging in the rear naked choke is Felipe Machado. He's got 3 for the back take. Arm is trapped, not super secure. Feel like Felipe Nacib could possibly get that back, but could even see a thunderlock from here.
Yeah, I was going to say, he might think about pressuring that shoulder.
Oh, there's a bad adjustment.
Nice play. I believe he's going to close that one.
That looks tight. That looks pretty tight. He's got a hand in, but I think Nacib's in trouble here. He's got seconds left. Can he hold on? He's only got 5 seconds left. Can he grit his teeth? And just, he's right in front of the clock. I think he's watching the clock tick down.
Oh, man.
That was close.
What a play to get to that back.
That was a beautiful back. I'd like to see a replay of it. I feel like he made Felipe Nacib overcommit with forward pressure and just somehow came out the back and onto, oh, it was spectacular movement. Let's see if we get a replay of that.
So here's one of the initial attacks. That was a really nice play. Spun all the way through, just didn't keep the knee line.
Oh, here's the back take.
Oh, just look at that. The dexterity of his hips. Using that to off balance. That was gorgeous.
It really was. A straight to the body triangle.
That's one of the highlights of the weekend. That was one of the most elegant plays of the whole weekend.
Yeah, loved the whole sequence. Loved the use of the body triangle. And really, Felipe Nacib was just really a hair's breadth away from tapping there.
I'll tell you, I'm kind of glad he didn't tap him. I like watching these guys go.
Yeah, not mad about seeing the second round between these guys. Let's see how this one plays out, though. Clock is not running, though. Here we go. Okay, restart in the center. All is good with the scoreboard.
We saw Machado jump guard in the last round. Nacib's got to find a way to win this match for his team. Machado changes levels, looking for the ankle pick. Nacib now changing levels, but not taking the shot with it. There's a level change. Nice play by Nacib.
Hey,
can he put Machado down? Oh, he's got the first hook. Oh, Machado throws him off the top. Ends up on top position. He's going to come up attacking the back, and he's got the first hook.
Nice seatbelt grip there. Second hooks goes in, but it's going to be no points because we're still in the first 60 seconds. And of course, no points active except for takedowns in the first 2 minutes of each round. So, but Felipe Machado's got a long time now, a long time to just work his way through those defenses in search of the submission. And I feel like this is really a bad spot for Felipe Nacib.
Vai sair daí, Felipe. Passa o braço pro outro lado da tua cabeça. Passa o braço pro outro lado da tua cabeça.
Kind of shallow grip is over the face. I mean, we've seen that choke be effective in this tournament this week here. But Felipe Nacib he's doing his best to hand fight.
I mean, he's doing a good job so far. He's going to have to find a way to break this body lock grip, though.
Não tem ponto ainda, tá 0 a 0, tá?
That was close, almost under the chin.
Tá 0 a 0.
Oh, this could be the end right here.
Oh, okay, now we see with the hand. Oh, yeah, he's taking it out, but that was kind of deep there for a second. I'm not sure what caused him to take it out, but...
And now let's see if Machado drops that first hook to try to get the points here.
I'd love to see Machado stick the hand down to the belly and trap it with his legs. The body triangle is so effective, it would just be so much more so were he able to remove one of the defending hands of Felipe Nacib.
Yeah, Nacib has proved that by this time that he's going to be hard to submit from the back. So Machado's going to have to upgrade his gripping strategy.
Atenção quando ele abrir a guarda aí, ele vai abrir. Atenção quando ele abrir.
I mean, we're coming up now to just 2 minutes remaining. So for about the full minute and a half of this match here, Felipe Nacib has been entirely on the defensive. And as points are now active, if Felipe Machado were to open the triangle, keep it open and then close it again, he'd score.
Yeah, he's going to have to drop that quote-unquote second hook off of the body triangle for 3 seconds in order to put himself in position to gain that score. But you're right. I think that would be a smart play right here.
Tá 0 a 0 ainda, Felipe, não tem ponto.
Yeah, he's changing the body triangle from side to side, but he needs to kind of keep it open for 3 seconds for it to score.
Isso, 2 em 1 na mão aí, ó.
Switching off to an arm lock attack now.
Goes high, leg throws over the head.
Getting the arm stretched out.
Yeah, that's the finish. That is it. Another submission win by Team Modolfo with an armbar in the second round. Felipe Machado scores, and he is feeling good. And he's hoping that that third submission win for Team Modolfo is going to put them into the position of season champions. I mean, they've basically got 1 more match to go. If they win the next match, that's it. Acai Republic have got to win 3 in a row.
This match at the second round. After submission hold, one sportsman from the red corner, Felipe takes time at Machado.
What a showman.
And that was one of those matches that I really felt like Acai Republic had to have if they were going to try to upset Modolfo. But up next is another one that I feel like they must have. This is going to be a rematch, a match that's you've seen multiple times.
Many times in the past.
Many times.
Kennedy Maciel versus Gabriel Sousa is up next in the 70-kilogram division. Now, a reminder of where we're at. 4 matches down in the series. It's so far 3-1 to Team Modolfo. That means for Acai Republic to win this season final, they have to win the next 3 matches in sequence, and that's a very difficult task indeed. But here is a look at some of the best action from this match. Brandon, what stood out to you? Let's talk about the jiu-jitsu quickly.
I mean, it was this close. This is the movement right here. One of the best, probably the best movement we've seen all weekend.
I still don't know how he did that.
It was incredible. He just created such a great off balance with that flower sweep style attack.
It was a forced mistake, right? He made Nacib commit a technical mistake and just went straight onto the back.
It's all about Kazushi, baby. That moment of off balance.
That was a nice takedown attempt there from Nacib. You know, I feel like maybe if he chased down the takedown instead of going to the back a little bit too soon and then losing position. But hey, I'm sure he'll be watching that back at home and kicking himself over that, so.
Nice switch, classic switch over to the armbar, using that Kimura grip. I was surprised to see Machado didn't throw the hook out and try to score before he ditched the back position, but woo,
that was
nice
tight.
Armbar.
Very tight.
I'm telling you, man, keep your eyes on this kid. Felipe Machado's the real deal. Esau.
Another look at this match-ending armbar. Oh, wow, just so tight. Absolutely nowhere for Nacib to go. No chance of bridging, no chance of a hitchhiker. absolutely dead to rights. Checkmate.
Remember the name, Felipe Money Machado. There he goes.
Next fight, 70 kilograms. Inviting to the red corner on the arena, Gabriel Sousa.
Gabriel Sousa represented Team Modolfo first to the mat in this match. Originally hailing from Fortaleza, Ceará in Brazil, now based in White Plains, New York, training with JT Torres at Essential Jiu-Jitsu. It is ADCC silver medalist Gabriel.
Blue corner, Maciel Kennedy.
In my mind, the MVP of yesterday's event, Kennedy Maciel, flying all the way in from Los Angeles, California. Had just such an incredible match yesterday, very tough match against Acai Republic, winning that one via a late submission in the third round. And I feel like, Brandon, this is going to be an intense match. You know, Kennedy and Gabriel have got a lot of history. I've competed against each other before since they were teenagers. I'm excited for this one.
Let me introduce the sportsmen of this match. In the red corner, he's 26, height 166 centimeters, weight 70 kilos. He's Essential Jiu-Jitsu, second place ADCC 2022 World Pro Champion, no-gi European Champion. He represents Modolfo team. He's from Fortaleza. Greets a fighter, Gabriel Sousa. Introducing his rival in the blue corner. He's 26, height 173 centimeters, weight is 70 kilos. Gold medalist, no-gi world champion, black belt. Gold Pan Arms champion, black belt, silver ADCC 2019. He's represent Club Alliance and Acai Republic team. Fighter from Los Angeles. Make some noise, Maciel Kennedy.
All right.
With the fighters, good luck. Refereeing the mat, Dominic.
My advice in this one is do not blink. Both of these men are ADCC silver medalists. Kennedy winning that back in 2019.
Oh man, they're coming out.
They are. I knew this was going to be intense. Honestly, there's no love lost between them. Mutual respect, definitely. You know, both very sportsmanlike in their conduct, but when they're on the mat, there is just so much at stake, and yeah, they're gonna go at it for sure. They're gonna go at it, as they have done many times in their career so far. I mean, I want to say, I'm not sure entirely, I could be speaking out of turn here, but I want to say that Kennedy has 3 wins over Gabriel Sousa. I'm not sure if Gabriel Sousa has beaten Kennedy, but I mean, this is his chance to get that back, right?
I like the way that he popped those grips off. Be a good chance to shoot that double right after that. You know, Sousa really been the more active fighter on the modern scene the last couple of years.
Kennedy's coming off a major knee injury. You know, he had ACL injury, so he definitely was off for out of action for quite some time. You know, he basically broke his leg at the last ADCC thanks to that Z-lock, but
he's
back and healthy. You're right, Gabriel Sousa, very active, competes very often. We saw him very recently in Who's Number One. And now defending this single leg very well from Kennedy Maciel.
Look at that. Kennedy showing off his wrestling once again. It was his wrestling in his match yesterday that really made the difference for his team.
Look at that, Seatbelt control, but a great escape by Sousa and coming back up, straight back in, fighting for the takedown. Oh! Right on the edge of bounds. Yeah. Gabriel Sousa's fired up, dude. I love it. And you know, let's talk about the change in training environment as well for Gabriel Sousa. He's wasn't that long ago that he relocated to White Plains, New York to train with JT Torres, two-time ADCC gold medalist. And I really want to see, really wonder what kind of effect the penalty against Maciel for the guard.
That was a huge strategic error for Kennedy.
Pulling without no grips hits that negative, but you know,
it wasn't that he pulled without grips. He pulled after that 3-minute mark pass, like 1 second after.
Ooh.
He had the grips, so he thought he was okay, but he didn't realize that the time had just flipped into the points period.
Big strategic error, but I do wonder what the training has been like with JT Torres and how that's going to help Gabriel Sousa in this match, because JT Torres, you know, such a great work ethic. He instills that in everybody in his gym. Great wrestling, great jiu-jitsu, you name it. But of course, Kennedy Maciel.
Training with Fionn too, man.
Training with Fionn, but you want to talk Kennedy Maciel, training with Cobrinha, your father, who's a multiple-time ADCC and IBJJF world champion. And just so much on the line in this match, so closely matched. That penalty, though, wow.
Sousa trying to work this knee cut.
And we know how good he is at passing the guard, running around to the north-south.
One of the best in the world at that. Maybe the best, honestly.
There it is again. Look at that. I mean, Kennedy's got great inversion. He's going to break through. That's some pressure right there. Okay. Kennedy's in a little bit of trouble here. He hasn't really got the greatest grip on that single leg. He's forced to go belly down here.
A lot of pressure on his shoulders. Starting to build up, though.
Oh, this is good on Kennedy.
Huge! Kennedy with the big reversal. Huge play. Kennedy's wrestling is just looking so good. And I don't understand what the controversy is. That is very clearly 2 points.
Absolutely. And after being down and negative and in trouble of having his guard pass, for Kennedy to fight back like that from adversity and score 2 points, that's huge.
Sousa going to try to enter the leg on this far side. He's got the scoop grip. He's got the leg positioning that he wants. Bails on it. Looking for the Berimbolo. Kennedy cross-facing him to shut him out. Gotta be careful there. If you're Kennedy, here comes Gabriel, spinning underneath.
Trying to come out the back. There's only about 15 seconds left now in this round. Oh wow, could we see Gabriel go for a triangle?
I thought we might see it for a second.
Yeah, more of a lanky guy move, to be honest. And as the time runs down, well, that's the end of the first round. And what a first round, Brandon. We've had a bit of everything there.
Kennedy takes a bow.
Hey,
he's
not done yet, son. You got to keep going. You got 2 more rounds of this potentially. So, but there, that was good. That was great work. Let's take a look at some of this action.
Man, how good is Kennedy's wrestling?
He's back in the middle. He's less than 25 seconds into the rest period. He's back in shadow wrestling on the mat, Brandon. But that back take, wow, so quick.
I mean, the way that Kennedy dug himself out of that pass and drove through on the double. He's been the best wrestler we've seen all weekend. He has. You're making a crazy face, but
I'll reserve judgment until I go back and watch the replay.
Well, think about who he out-wrestled yesterday.
True, yeah, no, out-wrestling Dieback, that was huge, absolutely massive.
Think about that dig that he just did to save that guard pass. Comes up, he was totally extended right there.
That was incredible.
His shoulders were arms were totally out of position. Pressed through, turned it into a power double, flared off to the side and put a great wrestler in his own right, and Sousa down.
Now, will we see Kennedy wrestle up again? I mean, he had success with it last round. Or will we see a little bit more traditional guard work?
Kennedy working the 2-on-1, this cross-side arm.
Excelente controle do braço, excelente.
Uses it to scoop underneath the leg. He's got the butterfly hook on the inside, but this is a nice headquarters position by Gabriel.
Isso, bota a mão dele no chão, isso.
Cobrinha. I almost said Cobrinha.
Cobrinha Jr.
Yeah.
That is his nickname.
Yeah,
so.
I want to call him by his name.
No, yeah, absolutely.
He's his own man at this point.
He definitely
nice
pressure
entry.
there. That was definitely a little bit of pressure on the knee right there. Gabriel Sousa doing a good job of extricating himself from that position, but hasn't really cleared the control completely. Kennedy's still hanging on to the lower limbs, but okay, now he's better, and back into it now, passing. I mean, he came close to passing in the first round. Can he do it in the second? Gabriel Sousa looks over to, it's Melky Galvao and Giancarlo Bodoni in the corner. Look at the flexibility of Kennedy.
Sousa
looking to capture those hips.
Yeah, he's deep on a pass attempt. Got good connection with his shoulder and his chest. Turning the corner. Kennedy's going to have to frame him out, and he does.
Nice work there. Late recovery
Nice save.
from Kennedy Maciel. And you know, I like this, how Gabriel Sousa, great footwork, runs around to the side.
Ooh, coming up on this leg drag, maybe.
If he gets caught in a, oh, that's good work. Oh, this is good work. Reverse triangle. I mean, we saw Kennedy have to fire a deep one of those yesterday, but that's going to be 2 points. There's no submission threat here. That's got to be a 2-point reversal. Yes, it is. Kennedy scores again.
And
oh, that was a shame. Gabriel
look at this, dude.
Thrown to the mats. That could potentially be another 2 points there. Are they going to call that a takedown? Gabriel Sousa slipped and lost the reversal. Stumbled and fell and couldn't come up on top. But Kennedy, Kennedy just threw to the mat as Gabriel Sousa dived after him. Okay, they didn't score any points for that.
I'll tell you what, man. Kennedy's putting the entire division on notice. Not just the Acai Republic, not just AIGA.
Oh no, Kennedy's back, baby.
He's back, dude, and I think he looks better than he's ever looked.
Very focused, very disciplined.
Oh, don't speak too soon, Brandon.
Yeah, we don't want to call this. There's still plenty of time for Gabriel Sousa to get it done here.
That leg is trapped. This is a nice play right here. Switching off to the knee bar.
Oh, look at that. Kennedy manages to get a little bit of pressure off, but we do see some big...
Oh my God. Now
a
the
real
toe hold,
threat
nasty
here.
toe hold. If he can get a bend in the leg, oh my God, Kennedy saves it.
Classic toe hold knee bar combo. Kennedy Maciel on top in this position now. Will he try to kick out and bail? Oh, like a reverse guard from Gabriel Sousa on bottom. Opens it.
Kennedy starting to threaten a back take attempt. Weaving his hand through, and they drop back into a 50.
No real ankle lock threat there from Kennedy Maciel, just wrapping up the lower limb.
Sousa keeping the leg elevated. Might be wise to try to use that to come up and sweep. Kennedy keeping that grip on the leg, stopping Sousa from moving into a knee bar attack. And trying to threaten a belly down ankle lock of his own.
Let's see now.
Sousa fighting his way up. Has to get back to his guard, and he's going to have to fight his way up.
Oh,
20 seconds.
Tough. Kennedy keeping the pressure on. Good posture here. Now we may see him try some pass attempts of his own. I mean, we saw his guard get tested more than once. And there it is. Gabriel Sousa nearly going to wrestle up, but oh, look at Kennedy is shaking his head like, no way, bro, you're not having that. Wow, so confident is Kennedy Maciel. You know, it's almost like he's never been gone.
After second round, blue corner block.
It looks like the time off was good for him, honestly. Man, Gabriel got very close on that knee bar toe hold combo, though.
A little bit of knee bar pressure from Kennedy too at one point. They've been going at it, and I kind of expected this. I knew it would be an intense match. I knew it would be hard fought. I mean, Kennedy scored 2-0 in both rounds so far, but still very much for the taking. You know, if Gabriel Sousa can find a submission in this third round, he can still win it for Team Modolfo. But Acai Republic need this. They need this win. If Gabriel Sousa finishes it, that's it. Team Modolfo will become the overall champion. So, Kennedy Maciel, yeah, he wants to beat his rival. Yeah, he wants to put on a show, but he's got to do it for his team.
Round 3, final round.
Kennedy pulls guard as soon as there's contact. He's going to force Sousa to try to get around and pass. Kennedy now playing inverted, very comfortable in front of the guard passing of Sousa. Gets his butterfly guard in, down to this headquarters passing position. I like the way that Kennedy's scooping underneath that leg. Creates an elevation with it, off balance. Tries to enter the legs now.
Notice that Kennedy doesn't rush to come up. I mean, he knows that there are no points for sweeps at this stage in the match, so there's no urgency in trying to reverse position.
Falling back on the knee bar again. Oh, this one's tight.
It's very tight.
Switching off to the inside heel. Hides the heel, follows the rotation, frees his leg. And now a Kimura attempt coming off the bottom from Kennedy Maciel.
Hey, that's good. He's got a foot in the hip. Gabriel Sousa building height, trying to posture out of it.
Yeah, he's going to try to shake him off and clear his elbow line.
Easier said than done. Kennedy looks attached to that. Getting a little bit more purchase on it, but Gabriel Sousa very strong, able to power out of it. And I think that's what you're going to see from Gabriel Sousa, you know? Dropping back on the leg lock like that to try and get that quick kill because, hey, he's got 3.5 minutes left. It's submission or nothing now.
He's got to have it. And he's working the guard pass, but you got to think, even if he gets the guard pass, is he going to be able to work his way into a dominant position after that and then work his way to a choke? Kennedy pulls him down into the closed guard, and that's going to slow Gabriel down significantly. Opens it in response to the standing position from Gabriel.
Kennedy's not the kind of guy to stall out to victory. That's just not his style, you know? So great with his open guard. He's not just going to hold the guy down and watch the clock tick away.
Switching off to a knee bar of his own here.
Nice entry.
Oh, back take attempt. Countering the leg attack from Kennedy Maciel.
Kennedy can break this. That's another 2 points for Kennedy Maciel now.
I mean, Kennedy looks incredible. I don't see his points on the board.
I don't see those points on the board either. I'm kind of surprised about that, I'll be honest with you.
It's not a lot to discuss. He sweat. He went from the bottom to the top.
Wow, kind of surprised about that. And now they're calling stalling call against Kennedy on top.
What's the man got to do? He just got to sweep.
Yeah.
And he didn't even get the points for it.
Nice work from Kennedy and putting Gabriel Sousa back flat on the mat, not allowing him the ability to sit back up because, hey, that's where Gabriel Sousa is dangerous. He's great at wrestling up. I think Kennedy knows I'm going to keep you flat. I'm going to try and pass your guard now. Oh, I love
it. Passing here.
Chain passing, looking for an opening.
There he goes around the back. Nice save by Sousa. Kennedy turning it into a north-south pass. Cradle.
Great work here from Kennedy Maciel. He's really putting the pressure on.
Oh, and look at that, just beautiful technical work. Takes that knee and throws it behind the leg of Sousa to secure this cradle, but
Sousa's got nowhere to go here. I mean, it's a great control position. Oh, going darts, possibly. Anaconda could be.
Oh my goodness, if he finishes this match. I mean, he's got a good look on this Anaconda.
Yes, he does.
He'll finish this one.
He does indeed. He's already gets the finish. Kennedy Maciel.
Kennedy
finishes Gabriel Sousa in the final round. Once again, the showman.
Anaconda choke. He bows to Galvao and says, "Thank you."
What an incredible performance from Kennedy Maciel in scoring that all-important win for Acai Republic.
Rocking the baby to sleep.
Yeah, that's, as I said, no love lost between these guys. Emotions running very, very high. And still, Kennedy Maciel pointing over to Melky Galvao, gesturing. Oh man, the adrenaline is flowing. What a huge submission win. How when's the last time I saw an Anaconda choke?
This is the first time we've really heard the crowd get excited. They love Kennedy.
They're chanting Kennedy. They love it. They absolutely love it.
The referee, Damir Sadorov, stopped this match and the third round. After submission called, one sportsman from the blue corner, Maciel Kennedy.
3 points to 2 now for Team Modolfo, Acai Republic. 2 matches, they still need to win the next one.
Man, what a performance.
It's one of the best performances, one of the best overall tournament performances I've seen from Kennedy Maciel in a long time. 2 wins in 2 days against 2 world-class opponents, finishing both matches by submission. Brandon, that is exceptional.
And his wrestling just looked so good.
Let's take a look at the action right here. Talk us through it.
Here's the setup. Yeah, this is the Anaconda. Look how he uses that leg to press the arm down, get the elbow out of the way, allows him to lock the figure 4. And I mean, that squeeze was death. That did not take long. Gabriel forced the tap. I mean, just incredible. Watch the positioning with his leg here. Over the top of the elbow, forces the arm down, locks the figure 4, elbows down, elbows
walks
together,
the hips around.
Walks the hips in, head back, squeeze.
I don't remember the last time I saw an Anaconda choke finish in a high level no-gi grappling match. It's been a while, but Kennedy Maciel impressed me so much, as I said, this entire tournament. But that is a highlight reel, another highlight reel submission finish. Incredible work.
I mean, he couldn't have looked any better. Every time Gabriel started to get something going, Kennedy had an answer for it and would score or submit. I mean, I'm so blown away. Just a beautiful performance. And I love the energy, the attitude too, man.
Yeah, we want to see a show. This is the AIGA Champions League final.
The next fight, 76 kilograms category. I'm inviting to the red corner in the mat. I welcome Dante Leon.
Well, if you don't know who this guy is, you must have been living under a rock, because he is one of the most active, well-respected and successful grapplers on the no-gi grappling scene in the last few years. Dante Leon, the Canadian based out of Toledo, Ohio, representing Team Modolfo in his second match of this event, winning yesterday by submission and coming back now to face a very tough opponent in Johnatha Alves. But I gotta say, I love the attitude from Dante. Rarely do you see any kind of emotion, except when he's winning, of course, but focused, switched on, ready to go. Okay, dude. Not sure what that's about.
Now he's really switched on.
That is a very interesting pre-match ritual. We've never seen that before.
Oh, the Greg Jackson camp used to do that in MMA.
Let me invite his opponent to the blue corner, Johnatha Alves.
Johnatha Alves, born Sao Paulo, Brazil, based out of Costa Mesa, California, a black belt under the esteemed Mendes brothers and representing Art of Jiu-Jitsu. Man, we saw this guy in action yesterday, and he looked great. Had an amazing knee bar first round against Rizvanov. And we saw him in action very recently against the very tough Oliver Tazo, winning that match. But this one, match against Dante Leon, no easy task. We're going to see a very hard match right now in front of us, and this is crucial that Acai Republic maintain that momentum.
Let me introduce two sportsmen of this match. In the red corner, he's 28, height 172 centimeters, weight 76 kilos. He's ADCC World Championship bronze medalist, two-time World No-Gi champion, three-time Pan American champion, who is #1 70 division champion. He represents GF team, Adamas Jiu-Jitsu and Modolfo team, Toledo, Ohio. Make some noise, Dante Leon!
Man, Dante looks
Introducing his rival in the blue corner, he's 24, height 176 centimeters, weight is 76 kilos. He's represent Club Art of Jiu-Jitsu and Acai Republic team. He's from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Make some noise, Johnatha Alves!
Alves scored a quick submission win yesterday. I do not think we're going to see the same result here against Dante Leon, but you never know.
Well, he's got a lot of pressure on his back right here.
He really does. He's got to win this for Acai Republic. Otherwise, Dante Leon takes this. Team Modolfo will be season champions.
Kennedy kept hopes alive for Team Acai Republic. And now Alves.
Good sprawl. Good sprawl off that shot. This is Jonathan's world. But Dante is great top and bottom. That is the thing. Such a versatile grappler. Really has technical skills in every single area. He's a finisher. He can wrestle. He's a guard player. It's unusual to see the complete package in athletes nowadays. You know, usually you still end up with specialists in one area or another, but Dante,
he's like a specialist in every area. He's so good at
I was going to say, if there's one thing that is his speciality, it is competing. He's a specialist at competing, and look at that. Pops the frame off and catches the underhook.
Look how quick he goes from 0 to 100 right there, too. Oh, he's got Johnatha flattened out.
Oh, that was really nice work. He was hanging on to the underhook, and then again, a nice little pop straight down into this underhook crossface. And to be honest, I did not expect to see Johnatha Alves right here in this position this early into the match.
He's got the underhook, though. Dante throws on a Kimura, using it to switch off to a leg attack. Alves countering with a leg attack of his own. Dante now turning the corner with the free knee line. Alves going to have to be really careful right here.
Yeah, Dante's going to look to spin out. He's got the underhook as well.
Alves got the grips that he wants, though. If he can turn the corner, it's just about who gets the hip height battle here.
Smart work by Dante there, and just popping off that leg entanglement and coming on top into the closed guard. And with 3 seconds away from points being called, Dante Leon, of course, ADCC podium finisher, bronze medal 2022. Semi-finalist in the previous edition. No-gi world champion, two-time. Just such a great competitor.
He's been winning everything. And it seems like he's been winning it at every weight class for the last year.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, you know, we see him down at 76 kilograms now. It's just a shade under 170 pounds. I think he's around about 176, 177, something like that.
And he just won, what did he just, no-gi pans?
Yep. super heavyweight,
yeah,
I would
like
say.
super
Yeah,
heavy, I
which is
think.
like 200 to 220
Já
pounds,
achou o
something.
caminho, Jonathan, já achou o caminho.
True savage.
It really is, yeah.
Já achou o caminho, ele tá perdido.
Yeah, we've seen him compete
Aê.
up and down the weight classes over the years, but I think he looks better than ever. I really do. He's just matured so well as a competitor in the last couple of years. You know, there's been some changes. He's still based out of Toledo.
Oh, Alves makes a nice play. He's on the knee bar.
Knee bar's tight. Man, this is looking like his win yesterday against Rizvanov. That's how he won first round knee bar. I said earlier I didn't think we would see it again, but I was close to being proven wrong right there.
Yeah, but he's hanging onto this double outside ashi. Dante weaving his hand through. He's got the far hip. This could turn into a back attack for him very quickly. Alves has to be very careful. Wants to pass it across to 50-50 to save it.
Yeah, I've been talking up Dante Leon so much, I feel a little bit amiss for having not acknowledged just how good an athlete Johnatha Alves is. I mean, we saw it yesterday, quick submission win in his match. Dante Leon also had a quick first round submission, but of course, you know, when you match together two athletes as skilled and as experienced as this, yeah, I didn't expect to see a quick finish, but Johnatha Alves has come the closest to finding anything in this match so far.
Jonathan, eu quero que você sobe para ganhar 2, vamos? Com calma, quando der.
Dante freezes knee line, looking to counter. Extracts his foot, comes up looking to standing pass, trying to turn the corner.
Vamos, Jonathan. Cuidado com o pescoço.
And again, trying to snap that hand pass. Missed it that time. Alves wrestling up.
Dogfight position right here.
Ele vai querer dar ultimato aí, Jonathan. Atenção, hein?
Yeah, you hear Kennedy saying he's going to try for the Uchimata, so I think Jonathan's actually cautious in coming up. He knows that that wizard kick is waiting for him. Of course, options here, you know, you got the knee tap, you can try and put him down, you can stand, you can go for the single, you can roll through. What would you do right here?
I would take that right hand, Alves' right hand, I'd put it behind Dante's leg. And I would try to stop that Uchimata counter and try to circle around towards his back.
Big pressure from that wizard, and there, yeah
he tried that
rolls
plan B
back.
sweep.
Yep, and Dante kind of felt that, rolled through with it, and we've basically got 3 seconds left. This match, this round, first round in this match is over right now.
I gotta say, I give round 1 Alves.
I have to agree, and it's not for lack of activity on Dante's part, but that flash knee bar right there for a second was the only thing that really was significant. Dante didn't really come close to getting a pass. He did have that moment where it was like, you know...
Well, he had him flattened out, but he didn't have the underhook. Alves had the underhook during that moment. So
Exactly.
as soon as Dante started to progress during the guard pass, yeah, here we go. We're going to get a look at it here. This was really nice work. And
it looked shallow at first. That's the thing. But Dante
this was the knee bar
he
here.
spun into it and gave him that position. And John's strong grip of the long end of the lever nearly had the knee bar there. But hey, Dante, man, you have to catch him sleeping to get him in a knee bar like that.
Well, he almost did catch him sleeping.
Not sure he's going to make that same mistake twice, but let's see him. Let's see if Alves updates the game plan. Let's see if Dante adjusts. Second round.
Man, this would be huge for Acai Republic.
Well, that means it would all rest on the final match. Right now, it's 3-2 in favor of Modolfo. If Dante wins, Team Modolfo are season champions. If John wins, that means it all hinges on the final match.
And the final match is the 2 team captains. And it sounds cool when you say their names back to back. Ceconi, Bodoni.
2 points for Dante Leon. That was a little arm drag Kuchi that he finished as a double leg. And that's important. Important to get those points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, big play by Dante. Alves trying to drag him into the guard.
There's a difference in the knee cut sort of camping position that Dante is employing compared to, let's say, the Universal fighters we saw earlier, who were like almost 2 steps back in their knee cut, you know, in their posture. Dante is so far forward. You know, of course there is the risk of getting elevated and lifted, but man, he is happy to just stay right in there in the pocket, and he's putting Alves under a little bit of pressure right here. You know, that hand in the face is a sign that, hey, I'm not here to mess around.
Yeah, but Alves has the underhook. Okay. He's able to use that underhook to dig himself out of the play.
Oh, nice leg work there from Alves. And, you know, that's AOJ style right there. They're just so intricate with their leg work. You know, you just think of any of the AOJ athletes that you've seen in action, whether it's Tainan Dalpricol or any of the many, many other extremely skillful athletes out of that room in Costa Mesa, California. It's what you expect. The guard work is just incredible.
Alves framing away on the chin of Dante Leon. He wants to take another run at this knee bar.
Does, yeah, he had that very low ankle grip and buried into the neck. But there it is again, popping that frame off with Dante Leon. He's got the underhook this time. This is better. Drops his shoulder down now. Head is nearly on the mat. Underhook crossface. Coming through, is he gonna pass? Yes, he is. Big pressure from Dante Leon. Passes into side control, 5-0, and he's working his way around the top position. Could we see him go for the armbar on the top, on the far side arm?
Man, he's got a lot of time to work. Still a little over 2 minutes to go. Dante is gonna be on the hunt. He wants to put him out of here and close this one out for his team.
So strong in this top position is Dante Leon. He's really keeping the pressure all the way through with his shoulder into the jaw of Johnatha Alves. But wow, look at that. They don't mess around here at AIGA. Hey, you're not advancing position, you're not attacking. Even if you're in a dominant position, you get hit with a stalling warning. But hey, Dante pops up to knee ride, gonna get another two. Back into the guard, not a big deal. 7-0 lead with just over a minute and a half remaining.
And maybe attack, we might see Dante attack arm in guillotine, perhaps, if Alves tries to come up here.
Well, that's what I was thinking.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. You called it, Brandon. Do you have a crystal ball? But he passes into the mount off it.
He's going to score 3 more.
That's big.
And he's looking for a mounted triangle here.
He is. He's coming up high. You can see he's got that right arm on the shelf of his thigh.
Yeah, he's in that gangster lean, looking to stuff the hand through.
There it is. Steps over the left arm of Johnatha Alves. Kind of dropping off a little bit here. He's got 55 seconds to work it.
He's going to finish this.
Cinches it up. Pulling down on the head.
Dante is so strong.
No, he's not a hit. He gets the tag.
Modolfo wins. Dante Leon closes it out. Waves bye-bye to Acai Republic. And they're taking the money back.
Every match Team Modolfo have won here so far in this series has been by submission. That is it. Team Modolfo 2023 AIGA Champions League season champions. Thanks to Dante Leon securing the bag with a beautiful triangle submission.
What a clutch performance by Dante Leon.
Well, it is academic. It is academic at this point. There is one more match to go, but it is done. It is in the bag.
And now, the referee Daniel Saderov stopped this match and the second round. After submission hold, one sportsman from the red corner, Dante Leon.
4 minutes, 15 seconds of the second round. Dante Leon secures the triangle choke and the overall victory for Team Modolfo here in the final of the AIGA Champions League in Almaty, Kazakhstan. Look at those scenes in the Team Modolfo corner, Brandon. The emotion, incredible. And Dante Leon finally smiles. What do you think, Brandon? You're kind of speechless right now.
Man, I'm kind of watching the interaction between Modolfo and Acai Republic here. Isaac Michel and Dante Leon, they had a lot to say. Kennedy had a lot to say. Prado had a lot to say. And let's just take a look at what Dante Leon had to say with his work here. Started out round 2 with that beautiful double leg. Here we see him stepping all the way around into this guard pass.
Such great work. This was the, you called it, you know, you with that whizzer that he had, that, you know, popping on that arming guillotine and then using that to pass into the mount. And from there, it was all downhill for Alves because Dante Leon just gradually worked his way up into this. Dropped off from the mount into the triangle choke. A little adjustment, very strong pull down on the head, and Alves had nowhere to go.
You know, it wasn't what I would call a perfect triangle choke, but Dante, so strong. He spent so much time working on his strength, spent so much time in the weight room, and it's for moments like this, right here. Just puts that death squeeze, and look at the work rate.
Doesn't have to be pretty if it gets the job done, and it does right there. Dante Leon gets a submission. Oh, and a little bye-bye to Team Acai Republic. Yeah, definitely a lot of banter. Let's call it a banter going back and forth between these two camps. But hey, we got one more match to go.
Last fight, 91 kilos category. I'm inviting to the red corner in the arena, Giancarlo Bodoni.
Team captain for Team Modolfo, Giancarlo Bodoni, the 2022 88-kilogram ADCC champion. Looked absolutely flawless yesterday here, competing in the first round of the, or the semi-final of the AIGA Champions League. Scored a hard-fought points win over Alibi or Azbek, but I mean, just with the...
His opponent to the blue corner, I welcome Acai Rodrigues.
Henrique Ceconi comes to the mat. Screams out a little technical slip-up for the announcer right there, but this is the Acai Republic team captain, Henrique Ceconi of Brazil. An ADCC Trials winner in South America. Had a very hard-fought match yesterday. Actually lost his match. Very contentious decision for him. He felt that he was hard done by with the result, but backing out to face off with Bodoni. Let's get this action started.
In the red corner, he's 28. He's 100 centimeters, he's 191 kilos. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt level, ADCC world champion, Pan-American no-gi champion. He represents Modolfo team. He's from Austin, Texas. Make some noise, Giancarlo Bodoni. Introducing his rival in the blue corner. Weight is 91 kilos. He's ADCC veteran, world no-gi champion, Pan no-gi champion, Brazilian national no-gi champion, South American no-gi champion, and AIGA champion. He's represent Club Ceconi Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Acai Republic team. He's from Tircumia, Santa Catarina, from Brazil. Greets a fighter, Henrique Ceconi. Referee in the mat, Robert Diggle.
So this is the final match of the day here now in the AIGA Champions League.
Round 1.
The overall results will not contribute to the secured victory, the
look at this
conclusion, but still a lot on the line. And yo, Giancarlo Bodoni, this
coming out aggressive.
This is some of the most aggressive I've ever seen from Bodoni. I think he's...
You know what? I think he saw Ceconi's match yesterday, and he smells an opportunity for a highlight reel right here.
Oh, almost near going for a fireman's with Ceconi. I think you're right. Bodoni wants a highlight reel finish, but also, hey, you know, there seems to be some some tension between Team Modolfo and Acai Republic, and I think Bodoni as team captain would very much like an emphatic victory just to seal the deal here. Oh yeah, they're going at it. This is some heavy wrestling. Collar ties going in, heads are flying.
You know what? I'm gonna put the lid on this coffee right here because I feel like these boys are gonna end up in our lap.
Very possible.
Bodoni really putting a lot of weight on the head. Forcing Ceconi to work through his posture. And Bodoni chooses to pull guard. But not until he put a little work rate on him. Oh my God. He's so good at that. That's just my favorite thing to watch.
And straight onto the neck as well. What are we going to see here? Is it a high-risk guillotine?
It's a power guillotine right here.
Yep, yes it is.
He doesn't have it though.
But how easily did he launch Ceconi with that sweep? His butterfly guard so far in his AIGA experiences, man, he's been so good with it.
Yeah, and when I think of Bodoni, I feel like that's his trademark play. He's just so good with his butterfly guard. His ability to create off balances, to create that moment of Kazushi, is just second to none.
And I got to say, I was very curious to see how Henrique Ceconi would fare today, given that he did not look in the best physical shape after his match yesterday. He looked beat up, you know. There seemed to be like some problem, like maybe a rib injury between rounds.
I think he was beat up mentally.
That too. So I was wondering how that would affect things coming into, oh, look at that sweep there. Oh, but Ceconi goes with it and kicks his way back up to his feet. But I wasn't sure how all that experience would affect Ceconi coming into the match today against somebody, well, let's be honest, everybody knows who Giancarlo Bodoni is at this point. ADCC champion. Ceconi didn't make it out of the first round at ADCC.
Still, though.
Still?
You're in the ADCC. You're a bad boy. And that means you're probably capable of beating pretty much anybody in the world at any time.
He's right up there. There's no doubt about it. No, he is right up there. He's very talented. Oh, there is another look at that butterfly guard sweep. I'm really liking the use of this butterfly guard from Giancarlo Bodoni. I'd like to see a little bit more committal from Ceconi in trying to pass here, but he needs to go sideways because if he goes straight forward, Giancarlo is going to take him for a ride.
Giancarlo putting a work rate on him. Throws him into the closed guard here with a minute and a half to go. And our referee, Robert Eagle, going to reset him to the middle. 1 minute, 24 seconds left in round one. And Ceconi not really doing anything to deal with the closed guard. Opts to lower his posture. Bodoni threatening the triangle just with that gripping strategy that he's using. Now he should be able to get a knee through the middle.
Needs to build a little bit more height to do so. That's going to be a stalling penalty against Ceconi now. So -1 means that at this point, unless he scores, Giancarlo's got this round, no longer a draw. Yes, Ceconi just kind of hanging out here with that little grip of the leg.
A lot of pressure on Bodoni's leg during that pass attempt.
Yeah, a little torque on the hip, I would say, but I mean, it was just a It's just a hold. There wasn't really a finish to it, right?
No, you're right, but it was enough to make Bodoni go belly down.
Of the first round, red corner 1.
All right, let's take a look at the beautiful Sumigashi.
Oh, God, he's just so good at that.
And it looks like he doesn't need really strong grips to make it work either. In fact, it's just like collar and elbow as opposed to a wizard.
He's just a master of the timing and momentum. So any kind of forward pressure you give him while he has a butterfly hook in, he's able to create big elevation, big off balances. Just right now, one of the best butterfly guard players in the world, Giancarlo Bodoni.
All right, second round.
Round 2.
Possible 3. Let's see how this one goes.
Stop!
Ooh, good catch, Rob. Let's get them back into the center of the mat.
I mean, that was inches from Giancarlo falling straight backwards onto the camera.
We almost lost the camera guy.
And the camera. We love the camera guy, but we got to definitely save the camera, you know. The camera guy, he can survive. Somebody landed on him, that camera's not going to make it, though.
More aggressive from Ceconi now, moving forward. There is a takedown, but wow, you know what? Ceconi actually caught Bodoni and stopped him from going off the...
I guess, but I still said stop. Okay.
Yeah. You know, Rob's saying, I said stop, but even though Ceconi initiated that takedown, he didn't finish it. He actually saved Bodoni from not landing in a bad way.
Yeah, but he's waiting until the edge of the mat to try to initiate.
True, true.
He's walking back, Back on. We keep walking back. He's walking back. He's walking back. Take time. In the middle. Second time you're walking back. Red's walking back. 2 times running from
In the Acai Republic corner, they're not happy about Giancarlo's backward motion, and Giancarlo's not happy about those finger grips.
Ceconi digging in to his Wagner Rocha style game. Acai Republic corner calling for stalling penalties on Bodoni.
They're basically playing the edges and forcing restarts. I mean, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, you know? You've got...
You better get ready, Howell.
You've got Giancarlo going backwards, but you've got Ceconi aggressively moving forwards.
That's look at this. This is a nice shot by Bodoni.
Good work from Bodoni. Can he keep him down? Yes, he can. 2 points for Bodoni. That's good work. Nice scoop there from Ceconi. Coming up on a single here.
And he reverses the position, gets 2 of his own.
Boom.
Beautiful.
Didn't stay down very long, even after all that work by Bodoni. Ceconi was straight back up. Two points apiece now.
I expect there to be a little bit of controversy on this reset right here.
I trust Rob to take good care of it. He's done a great job so far in this event with a few
I don't think
restarts.
the controversy is going to come from the referee.
No, the athletes will complain for sure. Yeah, there's going to be a discussion.
Oh,
there we go. That was pretty
I'm
quick.
wrong.
Yeah.
Good. That was a time when I was glad to be wrong.
So what's Bodoni going to do from here? Is he going to wrestle up? Is he going to play guard again? Is he going to sweep?
Bodoni, I believe he's going to get another big off balance here.
Yes, he does. Right on cue and straight onto the neck. Arm in guillotine. Oh,
man, Ceconi's spinning.
That's not the most technical defense I've ever seen, but he got out.
Well, he followed the movement into the free space.
Oh, that's nice work by Bodoni. Little snap.
hip heist. Now he's on the head again.
With a chin strap this time, that's a little bit better.
Ooh, Ceconi gets the tap!
Once again, Team Modolfo win via submission. The final match of this series. 6 wins, 6 submissions, capped off by that lovely arming guillotine from Giancarlo Bodoni, team captain of Team Modolfo. Scenes, Brandon, absolute scenes here in Almaty, Kazakhstan. Did you imagine that it would go that way? 6 submissions in 7 matches for Team Modolfo. I mean, that's even bigger than yesterday when they went up against Battle Force.
The referee, Robert Eagle, stopped this match at the 2nd round. After submission called, one sportsman from the red corner, Giancarlo Bodoni.
Let me hear it, Brandon, hear your thoughts on that epic series between Team Modolfo and Acai Republic, and Giancarlo Bodoni, team captain, gets lifted into the air by his teammates, ecstatic with the big win, being crowned champions of the 2023 AIGA Champions League.
Outstanding performance. You know, Modolfo came in, didn't have the performance that they wanted against Universal Fighters in the quarterfinals. They did end up advancing here to the finals.
All right. First, we have the 2nd place team to the mat. Acai Republic to the center of their mat, please. Tulligan Kumarov, please, to the center of the mat. Congratulations to all participants. AIGA Champions League 2023. 1st place, Team Modolfo. 2nd place, Acai Republic. Thank you to everybody for watching at home. Stay tuned for AIGA Champions League 2024, Season 3 next year. Just 1 second, we'll have our silver medals out here. AIGA founder Tulligan Kumarov, head referee Oljas.
Tô me devendo minha cerveja. Filho da puta, tô me devendo minha cerveja. Ah, bicha. Parece aqui, parece aqui, parece aqui. Ah, olha forte.
Let me invite to represent the medals, the supervisor of the tournament, Tulligan Kumarov, and main judge, Oljas Doshanov.
First, we will award the silver medals to Acai Republic, team manager Giuliano Prado. Congratulations, Acai Republic. Won the 1st quarterfinals in June, finishes 2nd here at the Champions League finals. Acai Republic, $30,000 prize. And now for your 2023 AIGA Champions League Finals, Team Modolfo, Team Manager Mejia, led by Team Captain Giancarlo Bodoni. Oh, you guys stay there. They're gonna, and then you get the swim, I guess.
Once I have the shield.
Congratulations, Team Modolfo, Diogo Hayes, Mica Galvao, Dante Leon, Gabriel Sousa,
oh, sorry, bro.
Juan Barbosa, Felipe Machado, Mejia, Isaac Michel, Giancarlo Bodoni, and Dan Manasoiu.
And the best grappling team in the world, Modolfo!
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
And now, with the shield and the $50,000 check, AIGA founder Tologan Kamara.
Captain, hey, Giancarlo, you hold the check, all right?
All right, here with the team captain for Team Modolfo, Giancarlo Bodoni, went 5-0 this season. You guys are the AIGA Champions League champions. How you feeling right now?
Feeling great, man. We did the job that we came to do. The team performed really well against a super tough Acai Republic, and super happy we got 5 wins, 5 subs. So it's a great way to finish the trip here.
Where's Dante? Is Dante Leon around here? Dante Leon seals the win in the final. Dominant victory. Kicked it off, first win of the week for you guys, and then you got the one that sealed the championship. How do you feel about that performance?
My performance tonight, amazing. My performance the first day, I feel very good about it too. Like I said, I started it off for the team yesterday, so I set the tone. And today I was the anchor. I brought the win home. Feels great, you know. Johnatha Alves is a world-class opponent. He's black belt world champion. It's always my goal to hunt down black belt world champs and ADCC champs and show my level, and I was able to do that today. I just want to say thank you to Mejia. Believed in me since the rip, you know, off the rip. 2019, Mo said you'd probably have a good game for ADCC, invited me. I proved myself, and Mo's never forgot about that. You know, I did right by him. He's always done right by me, so I appreciate the confidence in me. I hope we can build this relationship, have a lasting friendship as we do now. And I just want to thank everybody on this team. Everybody showed up, showed out. The additions, the new additions we made to this team fucking showed up in spades, man. You know, Felipe, Kaua, Mica. these guys showed up and they showed out, as well as myself and all the other guys who are the vets. So I am extremely happy, and I look forward to enjoying my night in Kazakhstan tonight.
Congrats again to Team Modolfo, 2024 champion or 2023 Champions League champions, and congrats to all other competitors. Second place, Acai Republic. Third place, Universal Fighters. Thanks to everyone watching at home at FloGrappling. Stay tuned for Champions League Season 3 next year.
Did it. Did it.
Well, Brandon, this has just been an absolutely incredible finish to a really impressive season. The 2023 AIGA Champions League has ended here tonight with Team Modolfo being crowned the season champions. And what a way to do it. 6 wins in the final 7-match series, 6 submissions. Just unreal.
Unbelievable lineup and an unbelievable performance from these guys. Mica Galvao comes out, shows why he's one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. Big Dan with an incredible submission, elegant entry on the legs. Felipe Machado, newcomer on the scene, he was unbelievable. You know, he had a, to me, he's just one of the highlights of the entire event. Kennedy Maciel had a great performance against Gabriel Sousa, got the big win. Dante Leon, though, got to be the MVP for this Modolfo team.
Absolutely.
Not
I mean,
just
the
this
win
time,
against Johnatha Alves was just incredible. You know, that's just not anybody he's taking out. That's a black belt, no-gi world champion.
Take a group photo.
As we said, you know, Team Modolfo 5-2 against Team Acai Republic, and every match they won was by a submission. I mean, this isn't just anybody they're submitting either. These are the best of the best. Acai Republic, who up until this point throughout the entire season had never lost a series.
Two teams together.
That's so impressive in
Group
itself.
photo, please.
Modolfo, Mojasim, I'm sure extremely happy with the results here tonight. And yeah, just all in all, an incredible event. What would you expect? Nothing less from AIGA, right?
well, I tell you what this does. This sets a great storyline in place for season 3 next year. You know Modolfo's coming back. You know Modolfo's coming back. You know Modolfo's coming back. And they're going to bring probably a lot of these same guys with them. We expect to see Big Dan again. You can expect to see Dante Leon again. I bet we're going to see Mica Galvao and Felipe Machado again.
I certainly hope so. Mica Galvao put on a great show. Huge takedown, throwing Ygor Rodrigues to the mat before ending it with an absolutely spectacular one-armed rear naked choke. So many great submissions, so many great highlights from 2 days of action. I'm Howell Teague. This is my partner, Brandon McCatherine, and we have just been absolutely privileged and honored to be here calling the action for the AIGA Champions League. Man, I really hope I see you next year. We do this again.
We're going to do it. And we got a lot of trials coming up. A lot of qualifiers coming up for season 3, so stay tuned. AIGA doing big things. Going to be one of the most important grappling promotions in the world next year.
All right, guys, that's it from us here in Kazakhstan. We'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.